Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. And today I'm going to do a brief video per request from one of my subscribers, which was a good idea because I've given you a various of my top 10 best guitar players, or favorite guitar players, bass players, favorite songs, favorite albums. So I'm going to give you my top 10 list of my top favorite drummers. And let me stress this is my favorite drummers, not the best drummers, because if I say the best drummers, then I get a ton of comments. What about these guys? They not on here, and this guy should be on here. So I'm going to play it safe and just give you my personal favorite 10 drummers. And this list is basically composed of R&B drummers, because, I mean, you can go to 10 million other YouTube channels to get the best rock drummers. And rock drummers has always have gotten the accolades. So I felt that it would be the right thing to do to give some of the R&B drummers their accolades, because just really ever see that on YouTube or any other, website. So I'm going to give you my list. And I did throw in a few rock drummers because, just had to put them in there. But let's start the list. Number 1, Larry Blackmon, a Cameo. Love Larry Blackmon's meter. And what I love about Larry Blackmon's playing style is this. Cameo is a band where they just knock down all the walls. It's like we're not going to separate music as far as R&B here, rock here, pop here. We're going to tear down the wall and just do everything. So that's what I love about Larry Blackmon's playing. Not only he's a traditional R&B player, but if you check out a song called Alligator Woman off the Alligator Woman CD, that's a rock song with a funky R&B groove, and Larry Blackmon is just tearing it up. So next on the list, and I'm sure this guy's on everybody's list, whether it's rock or whatever, John Bonham of Led Zeppelin. And even as a kid, I noticed when I listened to Led Zeppelin, I'm listening to the drums, I'm like, man, that guy's just pounding them drums. And I don't think I've ever ran into anybody that I heard on record that even comes close to his style. Because not only the powerful style, but just the skill. So he definitely made the list. And I'm sure, like I said, he's made everybody else's list. Number 4, another rock drummer, Keith Moon. In spite of, I guess, the problems that these individuals have, like a John Bonham and a Keith Moon, who were unfortunately alcoholics and died too early, they were outstanding musicians in spite of their drug abuse. So just imagine if those guys were clean, they'd be still here giving us great music. So next on the list is Bernie Purdy, which is the drummer from the James Brown group. Now I kind of look at drummers like this. A lot of people measure drummers by this standard, that they're real fast and real flashy and had a whole lot of drum rolls. And I'm like, more so drummers than any other musicians, some of them, not all of them, they have a tendency to overplay, giving you too much. But the people that I'm giving you on my list, they were just keeping the meter and adding things when it needed to be added, as opposed to check out my chops. All through the song you just rolling and all this extra stuff that's not necessary, because us as musicians, we have to realize that we are the backdrop. We are the people that are propelling the lead singer out there. We're not, our name ain't on the marquee, and so therefore we shouldn't be all doing this extra stuff, just keeping the meter and keeping it, down to the level where the lead single is up front. So that's why I picked Bernard Purdy, because he just kept the meter. It wasn't a whole bunch of crashes and crescendos and drum rolls and fancy stuff, just keeping the meter and keeping the groove locked in, because that's what it's about. Walter Orange of the Commodores, one of my favorite drummers, because I listen to his stuff, and again, a drummer just giving you what needs to be given, and not extra and not less. And a lot of people don't realize that Walter Orange is actually the original lead singer for the Commodores. Lionel Richie was actually the co-lead singer and a saxophone player. Before he really started playing keys and writing all that stuff, he was the secondary lead man, co-lead vocalist and saxophone player. But Walter Orange, great drummer. Here's one. Jellybean Johnson from The Time and from The Family. Now, a lot of people, I guess, would kind of overlook him because drums really wasn't featured heavy in that group, in that song or that group setup. But he gave us one of the most unique drum beats to play. 7779311. When that song first came out, most people swore it was a drum machine. That ain't no drum, it's a drum machine. But it was actually Jellybean Johnson holding down the fort. And also, he's a great guitar player. He played the guitar solo in Janet Jackson's Black Cat. So actually, he's just almost, I would say, close to as good as a guitar player as he is a drummer, because he's a fantastic drummer. So he makes the list. Lenny White from Return to Forever. And also, he had a very successful solo career. Love Lenny White's playing. When actually, I caught wind of him when he was doing this solo thing, because I was kind of young at that time, and I didn't realize he was in the group Return to Forever. So then I backtracked, to check out his work with them. And I couldn't believe the lineup in the Return to Forever group. Lenny Williams on drums, the bass player, which is Stanley Clark, the guitar player is Al DeMiliola, and then the keyboard player is Chick Corea. Whoa! I mean, talking about an all-star lineup. So he definitely makes my list. And Sheila E. Now, I can't forget to throw a female in here, because unfortunately, most of us, we kind of tend to overlook women when it comes to being great musicians, because when we think of female entertainers, we think of a woman in a cladly dress, and she's up front singing lead. That's what we usually kind of picture, unfortunately, women in the business, which is unfortunate, but there are a lot of female musicians that are great musicians, and Sheila E is one of them. She's been around a long time. Her father, I believe, used to be played with Santana. So, she has a musical history in her family. And not only a great drummer, but an extremely extraordinary percussionist, So she made the list. And Keith Killa, I hope I got his last name right. He came from the group Blackbirds. Now, when I was a kid, Rock Creek Park came out. And of course, when you think of Rock Creek Park, you think of that famous intro with the guitar lick picking thing and the echo on the guitar. But the drums was unbelievable, because in between, I guess, near the break of that song, it's a drum roll that just blew me away. It's like, whoa, this guy's just extraordinary. So he definitely makes the list. I mean, the Blackbirds is one of my all-time favorite groups. And these guys started in high school. Okay, and last but not least, Ron Tutt from Elvis Presley band. Now, I've always liked country and western drummers, because they bring a very unique syncopation. That's just unique to that style of music. It's nothing like R&B, it's nothing like rock, nothing like jazz. And just the syncopation is just unbelievable to me, some of those rockabilly tunes. So definitely he made the list. So there it is, my favorite top 10 drummers. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.